Hey there, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'm here with another episode of JamiroFan Talks About, where I basically talk about the 24-year history of the music JamiroQuai, the band, and everything else. I thought I'd record another bonus episode today for my subs here on YouTube and on the JamiroQuai subreddit with what I like to refer to as my JamiroFan origin story. And what I mean by that is my story on how I discovered JamiroQuai and how I got to the point where I am now. It was December of 1992. That's the date where I pretty much discovered JamiroQuai. I was at a independent record store here in Virginia. It's called Plan 9 Records. And yes, you would be correct into thinking that is a reference to the classic Ed Wood movie Plan 9 from Outer Space. So I was at this record store, and I was just browsing through the vinyls, and on the in-store intercom system, what I heard was a didgeridoo, and I'd never heard a didgeridoo before. And I was very, very young when I heard this. I was like, what is this? And then the first few bars and chord exchanges of When You Gonna Learn started playing on the intercom system of Plan 9 Records. So I'm just standing there just listening to this going, wow, what is this? This is fresh. I've never heard anything like this. So after the song finished, I went up to the counter and asked one of the Plan 9 employees, I was like, what was that you just played? And he said to me, oh, that was a single from a British band called JamiroQuai. Now, of course, the guy had unfortunately said the name of the band wrong, but you can't blame them, this being a new band. So I was like, can I see the vinyl? Can I see what it looks like? He goes, go ahead. And he hands me the original Acid Jazz Records single for When You Gonna Learn. This was before JamiroQuai had signed with, a year later, JamiroQuai would sign with Sony and then re-release the single in February of 1993. But this is when the first label that JamiroQuai signed to was Acid Jazz Records out of London. So they had gotten a single, or a vinyl single, of When You Gonna Learn. So I looked at this thing and I was like, wow. And I ended up asking him if I could buy it. And he said, well, it's not company policy, or should I say, this is not store policy for us to be selling our promo vinyls. I was like, please, can I buy this? He's like, okay, $5. And it would end up being the best $5 I ever spent on anything. And I took that vinyl home and I just memorized the lyrics. I memorized the chord changes, the progression. It was one of those rare moments of clarities that music fans have. And for me, that was my moment of clarity when I heard When You Gonna Learn for the first time. And then from there on, it was, I spent the next 20 years just going online, going on Jay's Joint, and then that would lead me on in the late 90s being a moderator on JamiroTalk, the JamiroTalk International fan forums run by my friends Myron and Mikey Malaskic from Germany. And then that led to Yahoo Group, starting my own website for JamiroQuai, my news site, the JamiroFan News Brief, JamiroQuai News Brief, which was a old site that I ran on GeoCity. So you can see the video here on the channel, me talking about that. But yeah, and then Facebook, and then lead me up to now. And yeah, that's my JamiroFan origin story. But I'm very interested in what you think. What was the first time you discovered JamiroQuai? Was it in the album, second album, third album, what have you? Please leave your stories, your JamiroFan origin stories, in the comment section of this video down below. And feel free to leave them, if you're active on Reddit, leave them in the comment sections of this post on the JamiroQuai subreddit. I am most interested in reading all of your JamiroFan origin stories. So get them in whenever you can. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again really soon with more JamiroQuai videos and more JamiroFan Talks About and more JamiroQuai Minutes. Goodbye, everybody.